Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, May 28th, 2024. I hope each of you had a great Memorial Day weekend. Today is a great opportunity to get back together, review how the free funding proposal process works. A lot of you've engaged. We are up to enrolling almost, not quite, but almost 1,000 people per day through the free funding proposal. So I want to make sure that everyone's clear on the process, everyone's satisfied with the process, and make sure that we're supporting each of you. As I mentioned at the beginning, we do have some severe weather passing through. If we lose power, we'll just have to reconvene tomorrow. But at this point, we're going to progress forward. All right, so as shared on the screen here, free funding proposal process. The free funding proposal campaign, also sometimes referred to as the no upfront cost program, positions you to earn at least $5,000. And remember, that's a guaranteed amount. Well, why is that? Clients are guaranteed a minimum of $100,000. You're guaranteed 5% of that, thus $5,000 per referral. All you do is just refer them to your free landing page, which looks just like this. Now, if you want us to change and put your logo at the top, we can, by the way. But it's super simple, right? How much information is asked by the prospect? Their first name, their last name, their mobile number, their email. They check the box and click the blue bar. I mean, it's that simple. In a perfect world, you would be on the phone with them when they're completing those 4 fields, but if not, you can just give them the link. So everyone should have their own landing page. If you don't, we need to get together because something's broken. You should each have your landing page. Based upon, at first we were a little bit slow out of the gates, but now we're seeing most of you referring in 1 or more per day. Several of you are much more than that, but most of you are doing 1 per day. Well, the math is real simple, right? It's not too good to be true. If you're making 5,000 a deal and you're referring in 1 a day, which of course would be about 20 a month, taking weekends and holidays off, that puts you at around 100,000 a month as a side gig. Not bad, right? I know it's probably not going to replace your full-time income, but it's a nice side gig, and all you're doing is referring people in. You don't have to do any selling, you don't have to do any servicing. Refer in and get paid. All right, so with that though, our affiliates are also branch offices, right? So with our branch offices, what that means is that they have other resources that they're able to help individuals with. The startup program is really our flagship program because there's a lot of people that want money, that need money to start or grow a business, but they don't have a fundable business. So many of you are very successfully using the free funding proposal campaign as a lead generation. Because when you can go to the marketplace and say, hey, we can, with no upfront cost, we can get you funding offers. By going through the process, we guarantee you a minimum of $100,000. There's no minimum credit scores, no upfront costs, no hard inquiries. You'll get offers. You pick the ones you want, skip those that you don't. So what a great lead generation for those of you that are ultimately wanting to help people with the startup program, but need something easy to connect with prospects with. So many of you are referring clients in to your landing page. Clients get their first round of funding. Now they have trust in you. Now they have cash in their pocket. So then they can turn around and enroll in the startup program. So they don't have to. We're not saying, oh, you have to do step 2 if they do step 1, but many of them are. So Karanda and Katori and Anthony, I mean, many of you just over the weekend, you're following that plan and it's working well. All right, so then also we mentioned over the past week or so, we had a new program manager coming in that's going to manage this campaign. And she's been with us for over a week. And we actually rolled out introductions to all of you who are distribution partners over the weekend. So Charlotte is now at the helm. She's managing this program, this campaign. As I've shared with you, she's a registered nurse. So she's a smart lady. she's used to case management, managing complicated processes. And so it's great to have her on board. She's also a former National Guard. I can't remember her MOS, but she was one of the first women combat engineers. So she knows all about explosives, how to hook bombs to the enemy's gas tank and make them go boom when they start their vehicle. But anyway, so Charlotte is great. And so you all should have been introduced to Charlotte. So you have her direct phone number, you have her email, and she's your primary point of contact for clients going through this campaign. Because frankly, there's not enough time with the rest of our staff, so we hired someone new for this. Let's see. So I think we've covered the intro. So let's move on then. So now let's cover the process. I want to make sure that we're crystal clear on the process. I think some of you are not crystal clear, and so that's why we're having this discussion today. So where does it start? It starts with you having a prospect complete your form on your landing page. And again, your landing page is going to look just like this, but it's linked to you. If you want us to put your logo on the top, we can, but other than that, it's standardized, but it's hard coded to you. So then at any time you need, you can reach out to Charlotte and she can tell you the status of the people you've referred in, how many people you referred in, and so forth. She can run a report in a matter of, I don't know, 5 seconds to give you a report of everyone that's come in. So, and again, some of you are referring in one a day. Some of you are referring in 10 or more a day. And there's a couple of you that are close to 100 a day because you figured it out, right? This is a great proposition to take to the marketplace. So, but the process begins when your prospect completes this form. Although that's not entirely true. What I mean by that is when they fill this form out, they're going to get a text. And the text says, reply yes if you want to receive further communication from us. The truth is this: if they don't type yes, then they're not registered. We can't track them. We don't know who they are. So I don't think that's a gap. It just means that until they've given us permission to reach out to them, we can't reach out to them. And furthermore, until they've typed yes to the initial text that they received after filling this out, we don't even know who they are. So best practice, be on the phone with them when they're filling this out. They get the text, encourage them to type yes. You don't have to be, but that's the best case scenario. So that's the point of number 2. They have to opt into receiving text. As soon as they fill this out, they get a text. Some people say, oh, they never got a text. The only way they wouldn't get a text is if they put the wrong number in, which surprisingly enough could happen, or if they have a phone that doesn't have texting ability. But otherwise, the system works. Then what will happen 1 minute later, 1 minute later, they will receive another text with the application for them to complete, the funding proposal application. And so again, just as the pitch is, there's no minimum credit scores, there's no upfront costs, they'll get multiple offers. Everyone gets at least one offer. Most people get multiple offers. There's no hard inquiries to get offers. It's just as advertised. So that takes us to number 4. Most people get multiple offers. Everyone gets at least one. Sometimes you all want to be real specific. Well, what offers will they get? Hell, I don't know. That's why they have to go through it. Will they get 5 offers for $50,000 a piece? Will they get more? They get less? What's the interest rate going to be? What's the payments going to be? We don't know. I mean, that's the point of going through it. This is a consortium of about 40 different lenders that work with all different types of credit and kind of competing for your client's business. So with that being said, we won't know what the offers are until they get it, but they can pick the offers that they want. So at that point now, they've moved from a prospect to a client. Notice the term, they were a prospect here, prospect here, prospect here, client here. Then we start working with them, help them improve their fundability, which means working on their 3 C's, credit collateral capacity, building their business plan and financial projections. And so that's what allows us to guarantee that 100,000, right? Otherwise, it'd be too good to be true. Now, some people will qualify for the 100,000 day one, but many won't, and that's okay. That's what we're here. Why do you go to the mechanic? Because your car doesn't run right. Why do you typically go to the doctor? Because you're not feeling well. So through our program as technical advisors, we're helping people improve their fundability. There is a refundable deposit. There is a refundable deposit paid by the client after and or from their first tranche. So the refundable deposit's not paid out of pocket. It's paid after or from their first tranche. Then we work with them, help them raise at least 100,000, then they get the deposit back. How long does it take? It depends upon the client's circumstances. Let's just go with an average of 30 days. Could be less, could be more, but because it depends upon the client. The great news is you're receiving payments from every tranche, every round of funding that the client receives. And that's what the asterisk means here, which is referenced here and here. All right. Anyone that needs a free landing page, you get it here. Anyone that needs your free funding proposal, you get it here. Charlotte's email, the new campaign manager, program manager, it's support@makingmillionaires.org. So again, we're facing some bad weather. The electric has blinked, but it seems like we're still on. So let's go with questions, comments, concerns as long as we can, and then we'll be back to tomorrow morning. All right, so Jeff asked, do we need to sign up? Yeah, so no, you don't have to be a distribution partner to be a client, and you don't have to be a client to be a distribution partner. So those are two different roles, right? You can go to a restaurant, you could own a restaurant, you could do neither, or you could go to a restaurant you own, right? So you don't have to be both. As far as the application, it's a simple one-page application that they're going to receive a link via text. And if you've not gone through the process, I mean, I encourage you to do it. It's not. So Nikita asked, can you be both? Yes, yes, yes. So you don't have to be a client to be a distribution partner. You don't have to be a distribution partner to be a client. You can be neither. You can do both, of course, of course. All right, but anyone that has not gone through this is the process. If people, and Jeff's right, if someone doesn't want to fill out an application, then there's not going to be any funding offers, right? How could that happen? That's too good to be true to think, well, I want some money. I'll just let the world know I want some money, and then banks will decide if they want to give me money or not. That's crazy talk, Jeff. So yeah, if people don't want to fill out the application, but what do we know, Jeff? Is if you are more hands-on, either yourself or someone in your team, so you actually are on the phone with them when they go through the process, you have about, not quite, but about 100% success rate. But if you just want to give your link out to the masses, that's okay too. Nikita says that she needs a free landing page. So see here, Nikita, how to get your free landing page. Go to makingmillionaires.org. How to get a free funding proposal, fundingproposal.online. Support. And then I'll go ahead and add my email as well. If I could type. Reach me. All right. Karanda says, what's the protocol if they don't receive a text? I mean, the system's really good. And so if they're not receiving a text, I suspect either they're putting the wrong number in, which I know is kind of crazy, or their phone doesn't allow text. But this is a campaign to reach out to people via texting because it's effective. There's a higher level of compliance and so forth. So they do have to receive text to go through this campaign versus emails. And if they're not getting text, it's got to be something on their end. But you can always reach out, and then I'll put my number on here. Karanda, if you need help, but the system should work. I mean, we're generating massive volume now, and it seems to be handling it fine. All right, again, the electric's still blinking, so if the power goes out, I apologize for an abrupt ending. We'll get back together tomorrow, but we've already covered what we needed to. Let's get through. So Katori asks, so yes, the asterisk is accurate. As the referral partner, they're coming through your landing page, you get 5% of every tranche, their first tranche and all other tranches. So yes, that's correct. And then she's asking about the refundable deposit. So there is a cost, to no surprise, to perform the services that we need to perform to help people become fundable. They don't pay up front, they pay after and or from their first tranche, which is fair. So they don't have to pay out of pocket. And then we do the work, and then they'll qualify for a minimum of 100,000. So yeah, so let's say they get 50,000 for their first tranche. Then they're promising to pay the 2,500 out of the first tranche. Or let's say you get 25,000, they're promising to pay 2,500 refundable deposit out of the first tranche. Because there's a cost of us performing the services. They don't have to pay up front, they're paying it either after and or from their first tranche. Hopefully that makes sense. Now you might have a client say, well, I don't want to pay for anything. Well, great, are you fundable now? And we would know that, right? So if on their first offer, if they're so solid that they already get over 100,000, then they would never need to pay the refundable deposit because they've already leaped over the guaranteed amount. In that case, all they're paying is the performance fee. They're paying 100,000 for the they're paying 10% of the capital raised as a performance fee. So they're paying 10%. 10,000's coming in, half of it's going to you. You're getting half of what's collected. All right. And so Robin's right. You know, people get all different types of offers, but we just won't know what they get until we go through the process. Do they have to be an affiliate? So no, they don't have to be an affiliate to be a client. If we're going to be the guarantor, so let's say a client comes in and they want us to be the guarantor, so we're kind of the co-signer, then yes, they would need to be an affiliate because we need to have confidence that they can pay it back, because if not, the loan's on our back. But in most cases, we won't need to be their co-signer, so that would not be a requirement. Yeah, so again, we have the 0% financing as an option for people that don't get any normal cash offers. So everyone gets at least one offer, and it's only if they need us to be the guarantor would we ask them to become an affiliate. And if that's confusing, we can, of course, talk one-on-one. All right, let's see here. What other questions do we have? So offers. So Katori's asking, do they have to accept any offers? No, they don't have to accept any offers. We're going to get them as many offers as they qualify for. Most people will get multiple offers. If they don't want any of those, they don't have to accept offers they don't want. Now, you know, typically people are coming into this looking for funding, so it'd be kind of weird if we got them a bunch of offers and they said no to everything, but that would be possible. All right, well, the weather's continuing to deteriorate here, so what I'm going to do is wrap this up early. I do encourage you to reach out to us if you need any one-on-one assistance, or you can email me directly. We'll be back tomorrow morning, same time, same place, and wish you all a productive day. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.